Today I'm going to talk to you about finding your alpha, both your inner alpha and your outer alpha. So we all have an alpha that's within us. And what is an alpha? Well, an alpha is that person that is looked up to and admired. It's a person who has got magnetism, has got confidence, and is a powerful and strong person. These can be females and males, both. They're people who are leaders. And you may not see yourself in that way always. But yet we all have an alpha that's within us. And I'm sure that you've even experienced your own alpha coming out once in a while. That's when you get into your little place where, that whether it be a hobby you're passionate about, or whether it be something at work that you are passionate about, where you really excel and you have a special interest and you just simply accelerate with your communication ability, and it just suddenly it's like your whole world, you may even be a totally different person because of your alpha is out. And people take note and they pay attention. And so that is your alpha. Now, we all know alphas that are just jerks, and that's not the kind of alpha I'm talking about, because I know for a while myself, it seemed to me I was meeting quite a few alphas that were just assholes. And they were not at all anybody that I would like to be around or to be like. And so I'd say to myself, well, I don't want to be an alpha, because if I have to be like that person, then that's not what I want. But it's just like if I were to give you $10,000 today. You can do a lot of things with $10,000. You can go out and give it to the homeless or to a charity, or do some other things that maybe would be helpful and useful for you and your family. But that same $10,000, you could go out and somebody could go out and make bombs and kill people with it and so forth. And so the $10,000 itself is not a bad or a good thing. It's really then comes down to how it's used. It's the same thing with being an alpha. Being an alpha comes down to, it's like it can be a really great thing, or it can be a really bad thing. And so you certainly want to lean towards it being a really great thing. And we all have an alpha that's within us. And so today then I want to talk about bringing that alpha outside of you. But first, we'll talk about that in a moment. Let me introduce myself. I'm Non-Monogamous Mark, and I'm the founder and executive director of Ethical and Consensual Non-Monogamous Lifestyles Association, where we help people to be the best that they can be. And today then we want to help you learn a little bit about how you can bring out that alpha, because it starts out with just taking it and realizing that yes, you have that alpha that's in you. Because what the first thing an alpha is a person that strives to be the best that they can be. And I know that there have been times and places in your life where certainly that has been a part of who you are. And so that part of you is there. It's deep down inside of you. And maybe that's somebody that already comes out in you all the time. But you want to first recognize, though, that you can be the best you can be, which is better than who you are today. And so you want to just recognize that and allow that to flow through you, and to strive and work towards being better tomorrow than you are today. And that's the first process in being an alpha. But then an alpha also realizes that you got a choice. You can totally give up. Just say, well, I just want to coast through life. I just want to take it easy. I got a good life. I'm having a good time, And you can just then, coast through life. You can do that, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just the people that we like through ECNM LA, we like to associate with, we like to work with, that we want to reach out to and help, are those people who, they realize that no matter how great life gets, it can always be better. Whether it be better for you personally or be better for you, other people. And so if you just have such a marvelous life, then you're reaching out to help other people to have a marvelous life as well. And so that's where these are processes, these principles of being an alpha is so important, so that you can then, if you're an alpha all the time now and you just have a marvelous and absolute great life, then help other people to be alphas as well. And so you can, that's a choice that you make though. And so when you recognize that, yes, there's an alpha in you, you know, you've seen it. You've seen it come out before. And you recognize that. And that's a person that has that magnetism that people seem to look up to and admire. And so you can be that person more often. And in order to do that, you just have to take charge of being the best you can be. And so take a look at and think about what are some of the qualities that an alpha has. And when you know the qualities, then you kind of know what kinds of things you can start working at in your own life. And some qualities of an alpha is that they're loyal, they're smart, they're passionate, they're visionaries, they're leaders. They're in charge, they're calm, they're patient, assertive, confident, they're mentally tough, they don't appear afraid, even though that they are. Their body language, how they carry themselves. They take chances. They get laid. They get the sex. They get the girls. They get the guys. You know, alphas, they get laid. They're communicative. They have great eye contact. And so any of these kinds of things sound like something that you could improve on, then take charge of that and start to improve on it here in the next couple of months. So thanks a lot for listening, and if you want to know more about ECNM Lifestyles Association, then click on that link and subscribe to our list and learn more about us. Thanks a lot.